Hey everyone, welcome back to the Homestead. Welcome back inside of our kitchen. Today we're going to be showing you how we're going to extend our food prep pantry here in the kitchen with this iron pipe shelf bracket system. So we're really blessed to have room here in our kitchen that we can do an entire wall of shelving. We can pull our table out. We've got a big enough dining space to do that. This actually is the 12-inch system. They do sell shorter systems for spaces that have a little less room. But we're going to be showing you the versatility of this system. We're going to be showing you the cost compared to some other things, and we're going to be showing you exactly how to install it. We've actually run out of room in our small closet pantry here, and also we've got some shelving in our utility room that is used for storing things like our canned goods. And we've run out of space in there as well. So we need to extend or expand our system, and this was a great option to do it. Head below right now, hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell, as well as that like button. We'd love to have you here on a permanent basis. All right, let's get back to the video and show you how we finish these shelves off. So first things first, with any project you want to plan it out ahead of time. This wall, we know, sits on the other side of our master bath. So we're going to have to be cognizant of where our water pipes are behind there and mark them on the wall. Let's take down this artwork. I'm going to have to relocate that. Tools you're going to need for this portion of the job, of course, are a tape measure, a stud finder, and something to mark with. So homes are constructed in two different ways. One is having an interior stud at every 16 inches on center. But there is a new way to do it, and that's called advanced framing, and that is every 2 feet on center. But they used to do that in the past as well. So you're going to have to locate your studs in your wall. It's either going to be 16 inches on center or 24 inches on center. Each one of these brackets here has this foot plate, and you're going to need to locate those right on the stud itself. Of course, just locate your studs with your stud finder. We're going to give it a little mark. Locate either side of that stud. So you can see the pattern of the screw holes on this flange here. These are 1.5 inches apart. Well, of course, our studs are 1.5 inches, so we're going to need to locate this flange in the up and down direction. If you want to utilize all 4 holes, you're going to need to use mollies behind these 2 holes. These 2 holes will go directly into the stud. So the layout of these brackets and shelves is going to depend on your home. It's going to depend on your design and the space that you have. For us, we've got a long wall, so ours is going to be about 10 feet long. Once you get everything marked off on the wall per your design, it's time to install those brackets on the wall. After we get everything installed, we're going to head on out to our barn and we're going to finish our wood shelves. Today we're going to be staining them. So we purchased 2 different kits. They are both 5-tier or 5 shelves. This one in particular has 2 supporting brackets, and this one has 3 supporting brackets. You'll need to figure out for your space, again, which one is appropriate for you, or if you'll need multiple ones like us. So in the kits, you're going to get several different items. These short pipes right here, which are for the shelves and also the short vertical extensions, and then these longer pipes for the floor connection. These go straight on the floor so you have some room to put some things underneath your shelving unit. Additionally, you'll get the floor flanges. These are just flanges. You'll use it on the top of the wall and one on the floor. You will get the T-connectors, which go between each shelf unit like this, and we'll show you a completed one here in a second. They screw together really easily and can be tightened really nicely. And also you will get the elbows, which go on the top. And again, I will show you how that is all put together. Also in the kit, you will get some mounting hardware, mounting hardware. You've got your screws and mollies for the wall. So here's one of the fully assembled sections. You see you've got the long pipe here on the bottom. This flange will go on the floor, and then in between you've got your shelving pipes and your vertical extension pipes, the elbow at the top, and all of your mounting flanges on the end of each pipe. This is 70 inches tall, and it will mount to the wall exactly like this. The only two other tools that you're going to need for this job are a drill to drill the holes for the mollies and a drill driver, or in this case an impact driver for us, or a screwdriver to tighten the screws to the wall. You don't necessarily need a pipe wrench to put these pipes together. Hand tightening these is just fine for the shelving unit. If you like, you can use a pipe wrench to tighten them up. So in our case, most of our flanges are going to be screwed into the studs that we located behind the drywall here. And to do that in the best way, you may need to turn these a little bit so it does hit the stud. Like I said before, these flanges, the mounting holes are 1.5 inches apart. So if it's totally vertical like this, then those holes or the screws are going to miss on either side of your stud. So you may want to loosen it a tiny bit because the threads on the pipe aren't aligned actually to how you're going to mount it to the wall. So you might have to loosen it a tiny bit, that's no big deal, and then mount it directly into that stud in as many positions as you can. So we've got our first one mounted to the wall, and it is solid as a rock. We've got 2 screws in each flange only, and both of those screws are going into the stud. This is not going anywhere. We didn't screw it to the floor because if we want to move it in the future, we really don't want holes in our wood floor in our kitchen. So you can choose to do that if you think it's necessary. Let's move on to the next ones. Now that we have our shelving brackets attached to the wall, it's time to take care of the shelving. We've just got some 12-inch wide common pine board here. Nothing fancy. We're going to pretty it up. We're going to give it a nice coat of stain and a clear coat. We're going to give it a nice sand. But first, I'm actually going to rip this shorter board down and create some lips for the front of some of the shelves. Some I don't want lips on. I want to be able to slide boxes right onto. But on those shelves that I'm going to be putting canning jars, glass jars, I want a little bit of a lip in front. So let's take care of that first, and then we'll get to the staining. We just made this lip 1.25 inches, and that will be plenty to hold whatever we need on the shelf safely. Now that we have our shelves assembled with this lip here and sanded, we're going to go ahead and finish them. For us, we're going to stain them. You can do whatever you like. You can paint them, you can stain them. You can use whatever tool you want to do the job. We're going to use this foam brush and stain these this cool gray color.
I'm going to do... don't do that.
You do up there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You get up there. I'll get down here. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm staining everything.
Okay. Now that we've got our shelves done, time to install them. We have our shelves done and finished. They're in the house. They're setting on the brackets themselves, and now we need to secure them into place. You can leave them like this, but we feel a little safer using these tube straps, these 3/4 inch tube straps. And we will just secure those with a couple of screws on the bottom, right around to hold the shelves in place. You can use as many of these tube or pipe straps as you like. We're only going to use one on each pipe here, and we think that's plenty to hold things in place. If you want to use more, you can. So something to keep in mind, these are 12-inch tubes on this pipe shelf bracket system. However, the clear distance between the fittings on either side is only 10 inches. So buy a 2x10 when you're purchasing your lumber and not a 2x12, because the 2x12s will not sit properly within that pipe or within that distance right there. If you do buy a 2x12, you're going to be ripping some off on the table saw. Here we go, check it out. The project's finally done. We've got staggered 10 and 8-foot shelves on our 5 brackets, and that is so we could have some extra space here at the end for some taller items. You can do it however you want. That's the cool thing about this system, is that you can modify it per your needs. As you can see from the video, it is really easy to put together with just a few materials and a few simple tools. As always, we'll have a list of all the parts and pieces we use for the project in the description below, as well as that list of tools. The only thing that takes a little bit of time is finishing the wood. So you can finish it to your desired level. We stained ours and we clear coated ours, and that took a little while to do, several days. So as you can see, I'm wearing my 3rd different shirt in the video. But other than that, the project goes really fast. So we've expanded our pantry by quite a bit now, and as you can see, we've got a lot of our dry canning items here up on the shelf. Now, you can go 2-quart jars deep on everything here, or 3-pint jars, and that gives you plenty of space for some extra storage. Thanks for being here. Now go check out these videos right here for some more DIY home improvement projects.